Hello, boys and girls of grade 6. I am teacher Melinda Hughes, and today for social studies, our topic is health and safety. However, we will examine drugs under health and safety. So, what is a drug? A drug is a substance which, when taken into the body, modifies its function either physically or psychologically. There are two types of drugs, helpful and harmful. What are helpful drugs? Helpful drugs are medicines which come in different forms and aid the body in functioning better if there is any illness or there is need for improvement in health. What are some examples? Helpful drugs come in the form of liquid, gas, pills, capsules, creams, or rubs. So we have an example there, an example of pills. We also have an example of cream and also liquid. Harmful drugs. So what are harmful drugs? Harmful drugs are substances that cause damage to your health when used. Some examples of harmful drugs are cocaine, heroin, ecstasy, alcohol, nicotine, which is found in tobacco, and caffeine. You must understand, however, that useful drugs can also be harmful to the body. And how does this happen? Useful drugs can become harmful when they are used in the wrong manner and for the wrong purpose. There are safety rules for using drugs. 1. Never take another person's prescribed drugs, which is medicine. Read all labels before taking medicine. Always follow instructions on labels carefully. Do not take more or less medicine than is prescribed. Consult a doctor if you have any side effects. Discard all leftovers and expired medicines. Keep drugs away from children. Taking large amount of drugs is called overdose. Dosage refers to the correct amount of drugs taken or prescribed by the doctor. People who abuse drugs are called drug addicts. So these are the safety tips when using drugs. If these are not observed, then helpful drugs will automatically become harmful to the body. How drugs are taken? Drugs are taken in different ways. Some common methods include swallowing tablets or drinking liquids, as we can see in the pictures there. The body absorbs the drug through the stomach lining when it is taken in this form, either by swallowing or drinking liquid. Inhalation. The body absorbs the drug through the lining of the lungs. So in the picture, we notice that a young boy is inhaling drug, which is used for helping an ailment that he has. Snorting. Snorting is done into the nose. The body absorbs the drug through the thin nasal lining. So in the picture, we notice that a male is snorting into his nostrils. Next, we have injecting. Drug goes directly into the bloodstream when it is injected. So in the picture, we notice that someone is receiving treatment by injection. Next, we have through the skin. The body slowly absorbs the drug from a cream or a patch. So in the picture, we notice there that there is an application of a drug which is in the form of a cream, and it is being administered through the skin. So these are some ways how drug is taken. Next, we have how drugs affect the body. We will examine how helpful drugs affect the body and also how harmful drugs affect the body. Helpful drugs. These substances may be used when you are sick to make you feel well because they kill germs that cause you to be unwell. So this is how helpful drugs affect the body. It makes the body get better. It kills germs that make you feel unwell. Harmful drugs. Harmful drugs affect the body in several ways. 1. The heart and brains work faster. There is a loss of appetite. The user feels stronger and bigger. The sense organs are also affected. You can get disease such as lung cancer and bronchitis when harmful drugs are taken. Harmful drugs also affect your ability to reason logically and can lead to insanity. It can affect the unborn in pregnant mothers too. So these are some ways how harmful drugs affect the body. The sense organs are affected as well. For example, when coffee, which has caffeine, is taken, it can lead to addiction. Alcoholic beverages like beer and rum affect our senses once they're used. Tobacco, which has nicotine, can damage our lungs. It is also an addictive drug. So harmful drugs definitely should not be used. How people who use harmful drugs can become dangerous to society. Here are some examples. Persons who use harmful drugs can become dangerous to society by committing crimes. If we notice in the picture, we see that property is being destroyed by someone who would have taken harmful drugs. In the next picture, we notice someone is screwing into a car that is locked. So that means he is committing a crime. He is stealing. He is breaking and entering into someone else's vehicle. So, harmful drugs definitely should not be taken. What else does harmful drug do for persons who use them? They can also become involved in gangs. If we notice in the picture, a group of young men have formed themselves into gangs and they have tattooed their bodies. They are into gang activities, and gang activities often result in warfare, which sometimes lead to loss of life. So definitely not. Harmful drugs should not be used. Of course, if persons are using harmful drugs, there must be ways to help. So here are some ways to help someone who uses harmful drugs. 1. We can encourage the person to say no. Say no to drugs. Help the person to become educated about the dangers of harmful drugs to the body. In addition, we can encourage the person to be involved in sports, example, football, cricket, volleyball, and so forth. And next, we can advise the person to seek professional help. So there is definitely something that can be done for someone who uses harmful drugs and it leads them into committing criminal activities or becoming a part of a gang or just simply damaging their own bodies. Now here is something I want you to do on your own, boys and girls. I want you to make up a jingle or a poem about drugs. Of course, there is one that says, say no to drugs and yes to life. Say no to drugs and yes to life. That's just a simple example and it's very common. So I would like to encourage you to make up a jingle, that's a little song, or a poem about drugs. Next, on your own, You can also make a poster about the dangers of drug to your body. Make a poster about the dangers of drug to your body. So boys and girls, I trust that you have taken the information very seriously. For as you can see, helpful drugs do good for our bodies once they are used as prescribed. However, helpful drugs can harm our bodies if they are not used according to prescription. Harmful drugs, of course, has no prescription and should not be used. As a matter of fact, you should run away from harmful drugs. So then, be wise and choose to say no to drugs and yes to life. Until next time, see you boys and girls.